Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of League of Primos Weekly Review. That's right, welcome back to Lopwar, where again, we're going to go over the week's best games, week scores, next week's stuff, and all around the fun stuff. And trust me, I have a lot of energy right now for somebody who's been on his knees all weekend doing flooring. Doing flooring. So, without further ado, week 6, let's get it. Let's get into the first game. We have Cleese Jumpty Dumpties versus El Hamburglar. A close battle nonetheless. Cleese Jumpty Dumpties 123.6 beating out El Hamburglar. All I can say is thank goodness for McLaurin 23.3 and for Ingram having 23.2 points. Then out of nowhere, my kicker went off for 17, and thank you, Dak Prescott, for absolutely shitting your pants against the Lions. The Lions scored 19 points for me. 19! 3 picks, 2 fumble recoveries. However, the highest score of the game actually goes to El Hamburglar, Justin Fields, with a 23.7. But I'm safe from Gaines. That's all that matters.
Your ass is ours next time.
In game 2, we had Kevin James Hot versus the Red Lobster Cheddar Biscuits. Red Lobster had some great games. Burrow had a great game. Downs had a good game. Aquarius St. Brown had a good game. Kittle had a good game. However, Tucker and Cook scored him 0 points, and Chris Olave had a negative 0.5 points for him. Kevin James had 34.2 from Mixon, 28.6 from A.J. Brown, and 18.2 from J.K. Dobbins, and a solid 14 from the Houston D, winning 166.88 to 113.22. In the next one, we have Abe Lincoln's Rusty Trombones versus I Paid My Taxes. Even with David Montgomery and Garrett Wilson combining for 50.7 points, you got nothing from no one else, including Jalen Waddle, who was on a bye week this week. And he started him. Bold move, Cotton. We saw that one and played out. I don't blame Sammy. He's probably too busy watching a lot of Rhea Ripley Thirst Trap compilations. I'm probably going to go buy some of her Rhea Ripley matte sweat. But, still a good game. Abe Lincoln 129.7, winning against I Pay My Taxes 98.16. Oh, and also shout out to Knicks players. I completely forgot about Knicks players. Abe Lincoln got 19 or more from London, Keenan Allen, Douglas, and surprise Chase Tracy Jr. from the Giants. Is he the person to replace Singletary in there? Who knows? The offense seemed a little bit smoother with him, although they did take a loss to the Bengals. After that, we got Jack Sparrow's tight ends versus the Big Tree City Big Bears. It wasn't a close game. Jack Sparrow's tight ends winning 181.58 versus the Big Bears 114.12. Jack Sparrow's just popped off this week. Nick couldn't do anything, even with his injured first overall pick who hasn't seen the field the entire season. Jack Sparrow had 18.5 from Irving, 25.5 from Bijan. He had 42.5 from Chris Godwin, 27.4 from Zay Flowers. Even Chicago's D got him 11 and 14 from his kicker. I've checked his bench out. His bench could have also have beaten Nick this week. He got 26.2 from Purdy, who was sitting on the bench, and Lazard had 30.4 from the bench. Just a good week to be Christian. The dark Greek Christian. The not white Christian. I don't know. Then we have undefeated Hogwarts Wizards versus Kevin's awesome team. It came down to a 1v1 match of Josh Allen versus Breece Hall in the Monday night game. Unfortunately for Allison, Spears and Wicks whiffed this week. Even after her kicker gave her 19 points, her defense gave her 17. Allison taking her first loss of the year. Kevin's awesome team winning 137.96 to Spider. To 122.9. To be fair to Allison, she had a lot of people on bye this week, so who knows? Obviously, one loss isn't a huge deal. She's already 5-1. I think I only have 2 wins in this league, so who knows? Then we have Brandio's Bandinos versus Lauren's Optimum team coming off of her first win of her career. Again, congratulations to that. However, it's never really a good week when your starting quarterback and 2 running backs combined for a total of 6 points. Again, Dak came up with a stinker so bad that even Pepe Le Pew would have to hold his nose.
Oh, my.
Brandito got some good scoring from Hurts, Swift, and Deontay Johnson, winning that game 119.16 to 63.42. And in the final game of the week, we have Bin Laden's Bombers versus the Teyvat Tanks. And I could tell you, if Bonbon could actually look at his account, he'd be disgusted by the performance of Etienne with negative 0.1 points and Williams with 4.6. Marvin Harrison got sent out with injury. So it'll be interesting how Bonbon plays this. Which he won't, because he can't even look at his account. He hasn't done it all year. But Bin Laden's team absolutely blew up this game.
Main goal is to blow up.
See what I did there? Too soon? Caleb Williams, 28.64 points, 226 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a pick. It will be interesting to see what he does if he doesn't go up against the one-win teams. Then we have, Derrick Henry continues to rack up multiple touchdown games. I mean, he's just an absolute beast in that running game for the Ravens. This last game, he gave 32.2 points, 132 yards, and 2 tutties. And then Deebo Samuel, 27.7 with 102 yards and a touchdown as well to add. Bin Laden's Bombers winning 130.54 to Teyvat Tanks 103.06. Then obviously we got our low score of the week. Unfortunately going to Lauren 63.42, but keep your chin up. Unfortunately, we gotta play some music. And then the high score of the week, obviously Jack Sparrow's tight end with 181.58 points. Absolute domination all up and down the board. Congrats to you, Christian. Let's play the music.
Moment of silence for the champions, for those who make going hard a lifestyle. Never wait for nothing, gotta get it right now. I'm in the spotlight when they turn the lights down. Only a champ swing the hardest in the 12th round. I love the fall.
That gets us to our power rankings, sponsored by Snickers. That's just according to the app. I'm not sponsored by Snickers, or else I wouldn't be doing this. But we got at number 14, Lauren. Number 13, Big Tree City Big Bears. And 12, Abe Lincoln's Rusty Trombones. And 11, Cleese Jumpy Dumpties. Then we have I Pay My Taxes at the 10th spot. At 9, Red Lobster's Cheddar Biscuits. At 8, Kevin's Awesome Team. 7, Bin Laden's Bombers. Went to 7 from 9. That's not too bad. I thought we'd go to 11, but went to 7. Then we have 6, Branditos Banditos. At 5, Teyvat Tanks. At 4, Kevin James Hot. 3, Elham Burglar. And for the twist of the week, at number 2, Allison, dropping 1 back in the rankings, which gives us Jack Sparrow's tight ends with the number 1 in the power rankings. That's just based on ESPN statistics. I have nothing to do with this. Don't come at me. Go to ESPN headquarters, which I believe is in Bristol. And there's just so much time in the season left. So again, just be uppity. I don't know what to say here. And with some trade news from this week, we had one trade, some couple collusion perhaps. We had Jack Sparrow's tight ends trading to the Hogwarts Wizards, DK Metcalf from the Seahawks and running back Chase Brown from the Bengals, who had a great game against the Giants, got a late touchdown at the end of the game. Is he wide receiver 1 over Moss? Who knows? But he traded them to Hogwarts Wizards in return for Tyreek Hill. This is an interesting trade in my opinion. You have a running back 1 possibly. You have DK Metcalf, who's pretty much the wide receiver 1 with Tyler Lockett there in Seattle, for a Tyreek Hill who could be interesting when it comes to the late games in the season, when come playoff time. When's Tua going to be back? When he comes back, will he throw it to the right team? Where's Tua's brain at? Has it turned into a Slurpee? Who knows? But that's an interesting trade to me. Then we'll go into some real world trades that, wow. Then we'll go into some woo. Then we'll go into some, Then we'll go into some real world trades. That will actually have some effects on some of the players here. Devontae Adams goes to the Jets, reuniting with Aaron Rodgers up there in New York. I traded Devontae Adams. I hope this doesn't blow back on me, but this could really help for Christian, who right now is number 1 in the power rankings. And when I say the rich get richer, we have a trade. The Bills traded for Amari Cooper to the Browns. This is good news for Kevin's awesome team, who has Amari Cooper finally getting a good receiver, not somebody who allegedly touches a lot of people or makes people touch him, although he can't get a touchdown, ironically. And then we have Allison getting richer. Josh Allen now is wide receiver 1. No offense to Keon Coleman, FSU legend. But yeah, Bills has got richer, so let's see how those trades play out in the real world. And then finally, we're going to go into Week 7's games, a little future matchup. We have Clee's Jumpty Dumpties versus Lauren's Optimum Teams. Coming for you, Lauren. We have I Pay My Taxes versus El Hamburglar, Big Tree City Big Bears versus the Red Lobster Cheddar Biscuits. In the game of the week, we have Hogwarts Wizards versus Kevin James Hot, 2 top teams in the League of Legends division. After that, we have the Tavat Tanks versus Abe Lincoln's Rusty Trombones, Branditos Banditos versus Jack Sparrow's Tight Ends, and then Bin Laden's Bombers versus Kevin's awesome team. So again, just make sure you set those lineups, keep in track with all these trades, trade amongst each other, get funky, what? Get wild, funky, I don't know, just do stuff. Have fun. It's fantasy football. It doesn't matter. Except for, some people who wanted to do a gay nays chug. But, thank you again. I will see you next week. Have fun with it. Have fun with it. Was that from Jimmy Neutron?
You kids, good luck tonight, and remember, have fun with it.
That's from Jimmy Neutron. Whatever. I'll see you next week. Jimmy's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I've waited for so long. Jimmy, can you see that your mom's a girl for me? I know it might sound wrong, but I'm in love with Jimmy's mom. I don't even know why I do this.